Hey guys, Umdogwe here. Uh, just to let you know, we're doing a little different format this time. We got a co-host on the show. If you notice the new intro, there's a second character there. Yeah, I'll let. Well, yeah, I'll go ahead and do the introducing myself. So the new co-host, her name is Violet. She'll be doing the intro, and there's going to be. We're trying, like I say, we're doing a new format. It might be a lot more editing, which sucks for me, but hopefully it'll bring the production value up on the show. So, with that being said, roll the intro.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Violet. Can you tell? I'm purple. Anyway, this is FretroView. Now to your host, Fred.
Thank you. I appreciate the intro. Violet, everyone. I appreciate that. Today we're going to be covering Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I'm sure Umdogwe gave a little announcement earlier. We're trying a new format this go around. Hopefully it works out. Because I don't know how to record two people on the screen at one time yet. So we're gonna have to do it split screen no, not split screen, but what do they call it, reverse shots? I don't know. Whatever. Violet, as I understand it, we're gonna start this off with you giving me some questions about the game. So let's hear 'em.
Fred, what's the game about?
The game's about a mad scientist attempting to take over the world. He wants the 7 Chaos Emeralds that are scattered in these special dimensions that he has to reclaim them from. And once he has those emeralds, he'll be able to power his machine or space. Is it space station? The Death Egg.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty much it.
What do you like about the game?
Well, it's the same thing pretty much as Sonic 1. Sonic 1 really caught me with his design and the speed aspect. And much the same in this game. Now, with this game, the thing that really got me was the incorporation of the spin dash, Tails as a sidekick. And later on in the game, spoiler alert, you get Supersonic. Supersonic blew my mind. After I found that, I didn't find that out until years later. But this game, I played this game tons once I found out about Supersonic.
What? Who's that? What does Tails do?
Tails is Sonic's sidekick. The story goes, Sonic was running by one day, and he ran past Tails. And Tails always looked up to Sonic because he was so fast. And Sonic did the spin dash. And Tails wanted to see if he could mimic it one day. And he did. And Sonic was impressed by that. And they've been buddies ever since. At least from my memory, that's what it was. But yeah, Tails, what he does in game is he essentially just shadows Sonic. So, like if Sonic jumps, Tails jumps. Sonic ducks, Tails ducks. And so on and so on. Yeah. And like I said, he can fly, so if Tails gets left behind, he'll fly in off screen and then rejoin Sonic. It's pretty dope. Pretty dope. Like I said, and then a second player can control Tails if there is a second player. And then yeah, you guys just have fun.
What? Hey, what's that? What's the spin dash?
The spin dash is it's a new move, I guess you would call it, for Sonic. It was absent in Sonic 1, but it brings a whole new depth of game into Sonic 2. So what the spin dash is you hold the down button on the directional pad, and then you hit any button, A, B, or C, and then Sonic will curl up into a ball and start revving up. You can hold it, or you can keep pressing the button to rev him up even more. And then once you let go of the down button, he'll speed off. in a ball. And you can damage enemies that way. You can climb hills much faster. Yeah, a lot of things you can do. If you do it on a ramp, going upwards, he'll fly into the air. You can get to new heights, reach secret areas, all kinds of stuff. Experimenting with this little move. So a very good addition to the game.
Hey Fred, what's your favorite level?
My favorite level in the game is, for Sonic 2, it would be Chemical Plant Zone, or I want to say Hilltop. Probably Chemical Plant Zone and Hilltop are probably my two favorite zones in Sonic 2. Chemical Plant Zone because I like the background music, and there is a certain section of the game where Sonic's moving so fast that the camera cannot keep up. I love that part, or that section, and I played it so many times. I'm not even sure I captured it on video. I wish I did. I think I took the wrong route. But yeah, I'll probably find it. But yeah, he goes so fast. Like, he literally goes off screen, he's moving so fast. It's real dope. And that was one of my favorite things as a kid. Still one of my favorite things as an adult. I loved it. Hilltop Zone, the reason I do like the music in Hilltop Zone, and I think I like because it reminds me of Emerald Hill Zone, except it's a little bit more difficult of a zone as well. And there's like a little bit more action pieces. Like there's one part where you're in this like little cave, and then like lava starts coming in, so you got to move fast to get out of there. There's like platforms where you got to spring, and then you got to hit one, like seesaw platforms. You hit one thing, and then a lava enemy or whatever falls on it, and it launches Sonic into the air. Things like that. It's a lot better level design, I guess I should say. It's more interactive.
I'm paying attention. How does the two-player work?
Well, two-player, the game says it's two-player, which is correct but not correct at the same time. Two-player, if you actually select two-player mode on the menu, it takes you to a split screen, like racing mode, which is fine. It's not super great. Like Sonic, it's split screen, so Sonic's at the top, Tails at the bottom, so first player, second player, and then you two race. It's based. I think there's only one zone. Like I think if you're just in Emerald, you're in Emerald Hill Zone, and the two of you race. It's not bad, but it's not great. It's not really varied. But the good thing about it is you can control Sonic and Tails on the same screen, and because no one gets lost. Like if you do it in like the actual game, where it's just one player, but the second player can control Tails, I'm not gonna say it's a mess, but it kind of is, because the camera is going to follow the first player, which is Sonic. So if Sonic is running, which you will be, he's blazing through the level, Tails cannot keep up. And if you can keep up, you can't see yourself because the camera's following Sonic. So if Sonic is jumping, to avoid enemies or platforms, Tails won't be able to see himself, or the person controlling Tails won't be able to see because the camera's following Sonic. So it's not really that great two-player in the main campaign, but you can choose two-player mode and then race. Let's say it's very bare bones racing. So yeah, so kind of no one's gonna mess with the two-player in the main campaign, or two-player mode really.
Okay, Fred, that was awesome. On to the next segment.
Alright, well, one thing I guess I didn't really cover in this one, I didn't really go into Eggman. I know I didn't talk much about Eggman in the last video, but I guess in this one we can talk about him a little bit more. Like I said, he's the main antagonist of the Sonic franchise, and in this one it's much the same as the first game, except this one, the Chaos Emeralds, like I said, play a bigger role in this game. Essentially, like I said, the same as the first. Robotnik wants all the emeralds, except this time it's specifically to power the Death Egg. And that's pretty much it. But I like to think they gave Eggman a little bit more personality in this game. Kinda. Like I said, he's much the same in the first. He gets way more character development in the third game. But in this one, I think they kind of started giving him a little bit more character. And I say that because most of his... Like I said, I didn't really cover this in the first game either. But in each zone, you face Eggman in like a one-on-one fight, kind of. Even this, I thought this was stupid as a kid. Like, why? All of Eggman's machines are ill-equipped to fight Sonic. Like, he chooses the dumbest like machine designs. Like, Sonic is fast, so why don't you incorporate strategies and techniques to take out something that's fast? I don't know, put glue on the ground, something, bro. Like, the very first in Emerald Hill Zone, his weapon or machine of choice is basically a car with a drill in the front. I thought you were smart, man. Why are you going? That's not going to work. Like, this dude, Sonic's what's max speed is he can break the sound barrier like Mach 2, Mach 1. Why are you trying to fight this dude in the car? Like, you ain't. Oh, whatever. And that's it. All of his machines are dumb. I can't remember them all off the top of my head, but Chemical Plant, he like tries to pour water on you with like there's a sump pump in his little machine. He sucks water out of the ground and he tries to drop it on you. Why would you do that? That is not gonna stop Sonic. Like, bro, come on now. Like, another one, he has a large hammer. Like, he hits like these totem poles and it spits out an arrow. Like, I guess that will work because arrows technically are fast and then you might be able to catch Sonic with an arrow. But like the large hammer thing, like, that's stupid. Like I said, all of his gadgets and gizmos are ill-equipped to face Sonic. I don't get why he's using, like, in other games, I guess it gets a little bit better. But yeah, all of his machines are dumb. And I guess they did that for comic relief. I get it. Like, it's a game, but realistically, I would think they would get something better to fend off Sonic, a super-powered hedgehog. Like, come on, man, you gotta come stronger than that. I don't think any of his gadgets. One, he has like a drill. He drills up into the, I think it's Mystic Cave. He drills like into the cave, like, ceiling, and it's dropping like spikes, and then he comes down with his machine. Dumb. Like, that's not gonna work. Another one, I think Hilltop Zone. There's lava pool and his machine like is in the lava, which, okay, that's a start. Like, Sonic can't get through the lava, so you can just stay down there and use. It's like a little laser beam that comes up. He shoots lasers, and another one's like a little hookworm that comes out of the lava. Like, yeah, just send the hookworms and lasers up until Sonic is done. And the only reason be because he pops his head up or whatever, and Sonic has a chance to hit him. I get it, it's a game, you got to be able to do that. But if we're thinking, like, if you're trying to take Sonic down, why would you even come up? I guess to see if he's dead, but you would think you have cameras on those limbs. Whatever. What's another dumb one? Like, all of his gadgets and gizmos. The one that was probably the best, because it killed me several times. I even forgot about this part, but it's in, was it Wing Fortress Zone? Sonic is running, and he gets in this little area where it's a giant laser beam on the ceiling, and then there's 3 like spiky platforms that are just flying through, like, this in between these little barriers. I was like, oh, that's probably the most perfect like trap that the game set up for Sonic. Like, if you think about it, Sonic, he has endurance and he'll run out eventually. And he can't get through the barriers. These little spiked platform thingies are flying all through the stage. You got a giant laser beam that's shooting from the ceiling. Like, Sonic's gonna get got eventually. Like, he has nowhere to run. He'll get tired. So if he doesn't get hit by the platforms, the spiky platforms, he'll get hit by the beam. I was like, oh, that's pretty clever. Eggman did his job on that one. He did the work. But eventually I get Sonic. He's the hero. He's gonna get out. And yeah, yes you do. I think he killed me like 3 or 4 times. Like it was I was actually getting frustrated. But I think more of that frustration was on me. I was playing with a wireless controller, and there's a slight delay in the inputs. So I changed to the wired controller, and it got a lot better. So that's just a little aside. I still thought it was a good plan to capture Sonic. Like they need more traps like that. I'm trying to think. I'll say on the negative side, like I said, the game is still relatively easy. Not much like and this playthrough as an adult, I blazed through this game, and I could say my first playthrough I was not focused on getting the emeralds. I was basically focused. Well, truthfully, I was focused on getting the emeralds until like Chemical Plant, and then I stopped caring and I just focused on getting through the levels. And I gotta say, I enjoyed my time as an adult playing this game. Like I really had fun, especially when I stopped focused on getting the emeralds. I just kind of blazed through, see how fast I can get through these things. Yeah, really enjoyable. Enjoyed my time. Now, when I did go back and focus on getting the emeralds, I still had a good time. The half pipe stages, like I said, they're way better than the original bonus stages, and I kind of had fun with these. Like I said, preferably I would do a solo run without Tails. That way I wouldn't have the little mishaps. But yeah, had fun. I had a lot of fun with this. It actually brought back. It hit me in the feels, the nostalgia when I beat the game. Like that little ending sequence and the music that played. I gotta say, I was starting to tear up. Like I felt like a kid again. Like you guys don't know how much I played this game as a kid. Like it was insane. And yeah, hit me in my feels. Didn't know I had any anymore, but yeah, it got me. Playing a game hits me in the feels, but yeah, you know, whatever. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, Sonic is my game, man. He's my favorite game character, my favorite game franchise. I guess after that it'd be Street Fighter. But yeah, it got me. But yeah, so yeah, and we'll go on next to Sonic 3. Anyway, I think that's all I had. I think we were talking about negatives, weren't we? I started yapping again. Negatives. Like I said, I think mostly the negative is just the game's just kind of easy. It's not too difficult. Like I said, if I didn't have the knowledge I had, it may be a little bit more difficult. But like I said, years and years of playing this game, I just kind of breezed through. But for someone who, without all that, they still have fun with it, I believe. Like I said, and what I meant to state earlier, I kind of forgot. So the sprite, Sonic sprite changed a tiny bit. I'll probably put a side by side up here, but you can see like little design changes. The sprite's a little bit bigger, it's a little bit more clear, I guess more pixels. His running animation is a slightly a bit different. I say for the better. He's a little bit more motion. His arms have a bit more swing. And that's pretty much it. Like I say, he does have the 2 edge animations now. He goes into his attitude pose if you stand there too long a lot faster now. Tails has his idle animation. He has his edge animations. Tails is animated pretty well too. His max speed, you can see his tails like really go into like a helicopter spin. Looks like more like propeller blade spinning rather than 2 tails. Yeah, pretty good. Oh, and I forgot to mention, Tails can fly. That's his little one-up over Sonic. So, getting tongue-tied again. Sonic has his speed, Tails has his flight. And that is the main reason why he can keep up with Sonic. Because when Sonic speeds off and leaves Tails behind, you'll see Tails come flying in and to rejoin Sonic. Pretty cool. That's why I said Tails brings a little charm to the game. Like, it's always neat to see him come in, from the sky to meet up with Sonic again. Oh, and he's super smart. That's another one of his traits. He's a child genius, apparently. Oh, and he's a mutant. He has 2 tails, if I failed to mention that, too. He is a mutant I guess Sonic would be a mutant, too, because he's super fast. They're 2 mutants. That's not canon. That's just me calling them mutants. I don't know if they call them that in the game. So don't take me by that word. Would it be cool if Sonic was in the X-Men? Tails, too. Would be cool. Alright. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Let's do this. So, this is what blew my mind as a kid. If you watch some of my earlier videos, I talk about this a little bit, but I don't know how. So there's a Super Sonic in this game. I know it's old news now, but when I was a kid, I had no idea this existed, and I had this game for like a couple years before I even knew that this was a thing. Like, the only reason I found out is because my friend told me at school. I don't know what, we were at lunch, and he was like, I don't know, we were talking about something, and then this came up. And I was like, wait a minute, what? He's like, yeah, there's a Super Sonic. I'm like, what do you mean there's a Super Sonic? He's like, yeah. Like, you get all the emeralds, and then, you get 50 rings and jump in the air, and you turn Super Sonic. I did not believe him. I went home, and this is, I guess I should say, I never really attempted to get all of the emeralds, and the reason why is because nothing happened when you got all the emeralds in the first game. So why would I get them? I thought it was just like a little like aside, like there was no real purpose. To then find out that there is a purpose, and this is the purpose. So anyway, I went back, got all the emeralds, and getting the emeralds aren't hard. It's not that hard. The half-pipe missions, again, this leads back to Tails. Let's do this first. So you go through the half-pipe special zones. You get all the you get all the emeralds. And then, when you get them, you get a little message saying you Super Sonic unlocked. And my little heart, skipped a beat. I didn't know what Super Sonic was still. Like, he told me there was a Super Sonic, but he didn't he didn't go into detail. He didn't say what Super Sonic looked like, what Super Sonic does. All I knew is that there was Sonic and he was super. So when I got out of this special zone, I was running. I was super nervous, so I didn't want to get hit and lose all my rings. So I really wanted to get 50 rings and jump in the air. And as soon as I did that, pow! Sonic does his little Dragon Ball scream and changes into Super Sonic. With Super Sonic, his color turns. He's like a gold. I guess he's gold, but in Sonic 2, he color swaps from gold and yellow to white, and he's just alternating these colors. When he's running, there's a big giant sparkle. Well, not running. He flies now, so he's flying along, and there's a little spark, behind him. He has a higher jump. He jumps super high now, and he's invincible. Nothing can hurt him. The only way you can die as Super Sonic is if you get crushed by an object or you fall into a pitfall. Those are the only things that can stop him. He has completely new animations and still images. So one animation, like I said, he doesn't run, so he has got a flying animation. He has a new push animation where he doesn't push he's just kind of strong arm and stuff, which I thought was pretty good. They didn't have to add that, but they did. He has a new lean animation when you're too now I'm getting tongue-tied. When you're too close to an edge, he has a new edge animation, which is pretty cool. They didn't have to do that, but they did it. What else does Super Sonic have? I think that's about it. Like I said, and he's super fast, so it's like having the speed shoes on indefinitely. But I can't say indefinitely. The only way you lose Supersonic is if you run out of rings. So you collect 50 rings, you change it to Supersonic, and then your rings become a countdown or a timer, essentially. So once you hit 0, you transform back into Sonic at its normal state. Pretty good. I thought that was a heck of a bonus for collecting these Chaos Emeralds. I wish I had known it sooner when I was a kid, but I would say it was even more joyous for me because then it gave me a lot more reason to go back and play Sonic, because I had already played it to death at that point. But learning about Supersonic, I went back and played it a lot more. And also, so now leading into when you beat the game with all of it. Well, let me go. So with the special stages, I was complaining about Tails. This is the only negative about Tails. So, as I explained, when you're in a special zone, you want to collect rings to get past the little checkpoint. I never had a problem getting into the checkpoint, like the ring count. Tails did, however. Now, remember, I told you he mimics you. So in the special stages, you move to the left, he moves to the left. You move to the right, he moves to the right. You jump, he jumps. Problem is, there's like a slight delay in between those, like maybe a half second, and that half second is killer in these special zones. Maybe no one else had a problem with it, but I did as a kid, especially growing up. Even more so now as an adult, my Tails is really grinding my gears. So essentially, once you get I don't think there's any in the first stage, but when you get to the second special stage, there's rings that you have to collect, and then you have to avoid bombs. You hit these bombs, you lose about 10 rings per hit, and boy, does Tails get hit if you don't know what you're doing. As a kid, I got it down to a science, and I could maneuver Tails and myself without us getting hit. You just have to really know what's coming. Like I said, my old age, I kind of forgot the layout of some of these stages, so Tails was getting bombarded. I, myself, never got hit. I was still good enough for me not to get hit. But it would be so, like, say I had to get like 110 rings or something like that. This is like towards the end, like maybe the 6th emerald or something. And it was like 110 rings. I had like 108. Actually, no, that's not what it was. I had like 100, and I think I did have 110. But then right in the home stretch, Tails got hit and lost, like I said, 10 rings or whatever. And it was right at the end, and right at that little checkpoint, I didn't have enough rings because Tails got hit. And that happened a couple times. Like I said, it's more so on me because I should have like I said, if you know the layout, you can maneuver Tails along with Sonic, or Sonic along with Tails. It's like I said, it's just repetition. Or like I said, you can go solo and just not have Tails there, which is what I should have done. But I like having Tails with me. Tails brings out a bit of a charm in the game. So yeah, I always choose to have Tails with me, essentially. Like I said, I like the little guy. Seeing him back there trying to keep up, it's hilarious and cute at the same time. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much my review. I'll probably do some more takes because I want this one to be good. Or maybe not. Maybe I should do these. Short form? I don't know. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. Anyway, what we'll do here is, like I said, we'll have that little section of the game where I will let you guys look and listen and get a feel for the game yourselves. Although I'm pretty sure we don't need to do that with this game. This game is pretty much a classic. But we'll do it for old time's sake. And yeah, enjoy. Like I said, Sonic 2 very near and dear to my heart. The spin dash and the addition of Supersonic and Tails really like launched this game into stardom. Really, like this game is just a really a classic. Yeah, I really like I said, I guess I better close this out now because I don't really have much to say about Sonic 2.
Thanks, Fred. That was a great explanation of everything. On to the next game.
Yeah, next game on the list will be Sonic. I'll probably just do Sonic and Knuckles. For those who don't know, it's pretty much the same game except the Knuckles part is another addition. Like if you play Sonic and Knuckles, you're going to play Sonic 3 in addition to Sonic and Knuckles. So I'll probably just do Sonic and Knuckles, and then after that it'll be Sonic Adventure. And then yeah, we'll close it out there.
Hey guys, if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Give us a like and subscribe. Thumbs up. Bye.
So if you made it this far, I appreciate you guys for watching and listening to me yammer. And yeah, until then, bye-bye.
Bye.